Well, it's not every day that I get to hang out with a $1 million winner. Has it sunk in yet, winning that $1 million at Eldora?
Well, we've been on the gas so hard since then. We've been racing almost, every other day, traveling. Guys have been working really hard, but money hasn't hit the bank account yet, so maybe when that happens, it'll definitely hit home. But definitely the significance of it, that we know, a race that's been building up all year for that event. But just to come out on top, we knew we had a great shot at it, but to actually go out and do it's another thing. So just very happy for everybody involved. Obviously, myself very excited when that happened, and kind of reliving it, watching the videos and all that stuff. But we got more jobs to do now. We were able to get a win here at Williams Grove. That was 10 years coming, so that felt really, really good. And just this Shark team's been doing an awesome job, and very, very proud of my guys.
Winning the million, is it difficult coming back the next two nights and kind of shaking off the biggest win you've ever had in your career?
It's a little weird getting right back after it. You would have felt like that would have been on Saturday or the last night to kind of cap it off. But yeah, getting right back after it, it felt weird. But we were real fast, right again in warm-ups, qualifying. So I just felt like we had a really good car all week, and it was a lot of fun to drive the thing.
You said your grandfather gave you confidence, saying you wanted to give up months ago. How has he just been your backbone to keeping you confident in yourself and what you're doing?
He's always that guy. He always has been. He's always never has a quit. It's just not in his vocabulary. So he's always been a positive. He's always looked to the positive, and I feel like he always will be that way. And yeah, we've struggled at times this year, but we've been getting a lot better here lately. And just tires, stuff like that, have kind of thrown us for a loop a little bit. But here in the past couple months, I feel like we've been getting a lot better with it, have a lot better handle on things, and it's a great time of the year for that to be happening.
How do you get yourself prepared when you jump in the seat, you're lining up P1, P2 in some of the biggest races? How do you kind of clear that out of your head and just run your own race?
It's not easy. I'm not usually one to get nervous, especially in a race car. I've done it for so long. But if I said I didn't have butterflies before the million, I'd be lying. So it was definitely had some butterflies. But the closer it got to it, when I put my belts on, fired the car up, the closer it got to taking the green flag, the more I felt like that stuff went away. So it's something I've done for so long. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I've always wanted to be a race car driver. It's always what I wanted to do. And Lonnie, Brendan, our whole team, my grandfather, Michael, Bill, all worked so hard to make this happen. So at the end of the day, if you work for something and you work hard enough, put your heart to it, it's right where you're supposed to be. So just try to stay calm, take deep breaths, at the right times. We had a halfway point. It's a long race. And just try and stay calm and stick to the game plan, run smooth laps, run consistent laps until we saw the checkered flag.
Friday night, you were able to get your third win at the same track as your grandfather. How much more does that mean to you? Obviously, you passed him in outlaw wins, but just to be able to share another special moment with him.
Yeah, just to win as many races as I can with him by my side is really special. So, family-owned team. There's a lot of people, and not just my grandfather, but Bill, my stepdad, the crew, Lonnie, Brendan. I feel like we're all a close-knit group. Tyler and Blake on Jake's car. Michael Newman builds our engines, he's my cousin. So really cool just to do that with a family-owned operation, because that's tough sometimes for a lot of teams, a lot of families. But to be out here and compete at the highest level with your family and have some success doing it is really special to me.
And you've come here so ever close so many times here at Williams Grove. How did that final lap just play in your favor yesterday?
Well, yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've struggled here. We've had some good runs. We were close to winning the National Open a few times. Been on the podium, but just never been able to get it done. And I thought that was probably going to be the case again last night. To catch Brad there the last two laps, I didn't think was really going to be possible. But he obviously had a little bit of some issues. He wasn't getting around the last two laps. The best of his ability, and I felt like we were, just really closing in on him fast. But even the last corner, I didn't think I really had a good shot at him, but I knew he was going to try to block the bottom and not give me a chance to go around the inside of him. And when he did that, I figured I was just going to try to run the top of the racetrack the best I could, go where he wasn't, and get a run down the front stretch. And we were able to do that and just barely beat him at the line.
How difficult is it to win last night and then come back tonight to hopefully double back?
Yeah, I feel like the expectations are high. So it's like you win on Friday, you got to do it again on Saturday. So yeah, you just come out and try to do the best we can. We're fortunate enough to have a really good run at BAPS on the Thursday. So we have a third and a first so far in our C&D rigging special we got going on this weekend. But yeah, expectations are high. But that's always when you race at this level, the expectations are always high. So you go out, do the best you can, and it is what it is.
How have these last few wins really helped you build that confidence for the last 3 months of the season that are the biggest money winners?
Sure, confidence is huge in sprint car racing in general. So it seems like when you're confident, your team's confident, things start going your way a little bit, and it's so tough. These teams are so good. It's just the level of competition is it's unmatched. So to come out and pick off a few wins, at the World of Outlaws, win the million, it definitely gets your confidence high, and it couldn't happen at a better time of the year.
Well, we can't wait to see what Shark Racing does the rest of the season.